Hi guys, my name is Jacqueline Rodriguez and I'm here to talk to you guys about why I chose dentistry as a career field. Let me start with telling you guys how I got interested in that career field to begin with. The summer before my senior year of high school, I was accepted into UNO, UNO Summer Scholars, which is a program over the summer, and they let us stay on campus and be college students and take college classes and stuff, and they set up a visit for us at Creighton's dental school, and they let us fill in cavities on donated teeth, and it was just something that really drawed my attention, and I started looking more into it, and I really liked it. I felt like I could make a career out of this, and so far that's the plan, is to make a career out of it. And I come from a family of immigrants who came to the United States to better their lives and to offer their children a better way of life and to give them more opportunities than what they were able to have growing up. And I want my parents to know that growing up, I've noticed more and more all the sacrifices that they've made, and I want them to feel like it wasn't for nothing. They didn't give up their life in their country for nothing, that we did take advantage of everything that they were able to give us. And with that said, I'm gonna let you guys why I chose to become a dentist. I chose to become a dentist because I think it'll be able to the career itself will be able to give me a better way of life and just more opportunities, and it will definitely allow me to give back to my family and my parents, especially, to be there for them like they were for me, and they still are for me, and I know that they always will be for me. Let me start with the first reason. I chose to become a dentist because I think it'll give me a better way of life. And according to Dental Career Guide, a dentist makes an average of $158,630 a year, which is a nice salary. I like that salary. And that's just in Nebraska. There's states where you can make a little bit more, and of course, after more experience, you can gain more money and just hopefully own my own my own business one day. Growing up, I was always ambitious, and I know that in order for me to have things like a big house, nice cars, nice vacations, I need to be able to have the salary to do all that and to be able to give back to my parents. I've always wanted my parents to be proud of me, and I haven't always given them reasons to be. And I just want them to know that at the end of the day, they can look back and see that, their daughter really did become something that she wanted, and she took advantage of all the opportunities that they came here to give her, and I'm going to do that. I currently work at a gas station where I put in around 50 hours a week. When I'm not going to school, I put in around 70 hours a week. And according to the United States Bureau of Labor Statistics, the average hourly wage is $9.44, and the yearly wage is $19,640. I make a little bit more than that an hour, and with all the overtime, I make more than that a year. But I still know that that's nowhere near what a dentist makes, and that's nowhere near what I need to be able to provide for my family and to support myself and children, and that would be nowhere near, it wouldn't allow me to give back to my parents. I haven't had the worst life, but I've always wanted more. I've always wanted more knowledge, more opportunities, and honestly, more money. I don't think there's anything wrong with that. And I want to give back to my parents. I've always wanted to give back to my parents, even when I was younger. That was always the goal, become someone in life and have a good career and just give back to my parents and make them feel like their sacrifices were worth it, that them leaving their country and starting from scratch was worth it because their kids are being successful. Like many children of immigrant parents, I want to be able to give my parents their own home. We've always rented a home here, and I want them to know what it's like to own their own home, and they want to go back to their country in their old age, and I want to make that possible without them having to work, without them having to worry about anything. I want them to know that they can rely on me like I was able to rely on them this whole time, and I still am, and I will continue to be for the rest of my life. And since my dad arrived to the United States, he's been a construction worker, which we all know is a very physically demanding job, and he can't do that his whole life. I mean, there's going to be a point where his body just can't do that no more, and I don't want him to worry about him not being able to work anymore, because he can rely on me and I'll meet their needs and whatever they may need. My mom has given up so much for me, especially me out of my 2 siblings. And I know it sounds cheesy, but she deserves to be treated like a queen, and I'm going to make sure that that happens because she's done so much for me. I am a teen mom. I have a 3-year-old named Jasmine and a 1-year-old named Jocelyn, and I want them to know that they weren't a mistake that ruined my life. They weren't planned, but they weren't a horrible mistake that destroyed my life. I want them to know that they were the reasons I pushed harder and I didn't give up, and they're the reason why I'm doing all of this and trying so hard. And yeah, I started off early, way too early, but I mean, I'm still going to get there. It's always been, go to high school, graduate from high school, continue to college, and, continue my education even more and just become someone that I can be proud of too, and that my daughters can be proud of. And I want them to know that if you work hard and you really feel passionate about something, that you can get there and you can make your dreams come true. And there will be obstacles and there will be days where you want to give up, but every day that you keep going and you push forward, you're a little bit closer to your dream. And that's just what I want. I want to make my dream come true, and I want my daughters to be proud of me in the future and have someone to look up to, and know that mom didn't give up, so I'm not going to give up either. And I know that I can achieve all these things with a different career field, like surgeon would make way more money, but it wouldn't be something that I enjoyed. And dentistry is something that I've really looked into, and I really feel like I could make a career out of it. And then, I don't want to be crazy rich, just, more comfortable, have a more comfortable lifestyle where money isn't an issue like it is now and how it has been growing up. And, I want to be able to give back to my parents and just have a better way of life. And I think that being a dentist will allow me to do so.